Hello and welcome to the weekend review of the week ending November 10th, 2017. And I'm going to review the action in the 220 EMA Upside Breakout trading system. First, a disclaimer, I am not an investment advisor, I am not recommending any stocks. Backtesting has limitations and all trading involves risk. You need to do your own due diligence. If you didn't see the webinar on the 220 EMA Upside Breakout trading system, you can look at the review, the replay. It's available at this link, edgerator.com/details.aspx?CTX equals 220 EMA webinar. So let's get right on to this week's action. And I've already run the report, and at the top of the list we have now Square. So remember last week, if you look at the videos that in this series, last week you will remember, or you'll see that Cree was on top, but this week Square has taken over. The entry on Square was down here on September the 29th, and it's been going up steadily ever since. Almost got stopped out here, but it didn't trigger a stop because the requirement for it to stop out is that it hits the 20 EMA of the prior day, which it didn't quite get to. So on Thursday, it had this candle here with a long tail, and then on Friday, today actually, it's had a push above the highs. So that one's doing really well. Cree, since last week, Friday last week, it closed down here. It's about unchanged, but it's had some movement up to the upside during the week. Align Technology is still hanging in there. Intel is starting to pull back a little bit, but it's still in this trade based on the trading system rules. VMware is pushing out to new highs, still in the trade. Which is Exact Sciences, is in this trade, which it has been in from, you can see at the bottom of the screen where the blue line is a 1 value. It's been in the trade from 10.24. And prior to that, it was in a trade from 8.24 through to 10.13. And if you want to see the value of the previous trade, you can go to the blue column, and you can see that that was a 13% gain. So moving down the list, we'll just take a look at some of these ones that have been doing well since the entry. So Sony, I mentioned that last week that it triggered an entry. Still doing well. It's up 21% in the trade. Dr. Horton doing well. Caterpillar. Goose, this had a tremendous day on Thursday and Friday this week. In fact, the entry was on Wednesday, and you can see the entry was triggered by these two bars being above the 20 EMA, and then the Wednesday bar being 10 cents higher than the high of those two bars. So you would have been in the trade on Wednesday, and you would have experienced this gap on Thursday and follow through action today on Friday. Texas Instruments still in the trade. ConocoPhillips, Pulte Group. So it seems like the home builders are doing pretty well, and so on and so forth. We can go down through the list and just see what is still in the trade. This is listed by the gains, or the ones that are highest gain, through to the lowest that are still in a trade. And so we can see the current open position with the worst percentage loss is EMES. It just entered a trade actually today on Friday. So you can see it entered based on this at this level here, about 901. Went up a little bit, came down a little bit, still in the trade, but it's currently down 4%. And so on. So what I always like to do is look at the trades that were closed this week, because the closed trades are really where you actually put money in the bank. So let's go to the prior trade columns, and I'm going to filter prior trade by exit date. So I'm going to turn off all the exit dates except for the 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, and 6th, so that we get this entire week's worth of exited trades. And then I'm going to sort by percent gain and do that twice so that we get the best trades at the top. And we'll go down through the list and take a look at the trades that closed. So we had a 15% gainer here with FAS. We had a 13% gainer here with RH, was in a trade for 39 days. MetLife was also in a trade for 39 days, exited right here. Nvidia, it actually had a good day today, but based on the strict rules of this system, it did exit yesterday because this bar here closed down through yesterday's 20 EMA. So that was a case where it did exit, but then recovered today to make further gains. But that would not have been experienced if you were following the system and got out at the exit here. You still would have made 9% though. So coming down through the list, you can see all the trades that exited. And then let's take a look at the ones that didn't do so well. How did we have a 11% loss in Sarepta Therapeutics? Well, the entry, and I'm looking at the blue line here to tell me where the entry was. The entry was just 10 cents above the high wick here, and really since the entry it just continued to sell off back down to the 20 EMA and exited only 2 days later. So a very short period of time for that loss. PBYI the prior trade in PBYI was pretty good, but actually had earnings on Thursday after the market, and you can see what happened. There was a gap down and continued to sell off throughout the day today. So they're the two biggest losers that closed this week. They did both close this week. And we can go down through the list and just take a look at all of these that we're losing. So what I always like to do is total up the column here to find out if we have an overall winning week or a losing week. The way I do that is I allow editing on the spreadsheets. I come in here, and the Excel function for summing the filtered data is to do a subtotal with function 9, which is to sum, and then you've got to choose the range that you want to sum. So I like to go up here and with my mouse just select that one, shift click this one, and we see we have a positive number here. So we have another week, and this is now the 6th week in a row that we've had overall positive gains from the trades, the closed trades in this strategy. So as you can see, a very interesting system over the last 6 weeks. So that's it for the week. Next week we're going to be doing the Pacific Northwest Trading Workshop. So if you're interested in attending that live online, doing a live stream with that, then you can sign up on the EdgeRater website. Go to edgerater.com, and where it says join us for the Pacific Northwest Trading Workshop, you can click on learn more and you can find out all about it. This workshop is only $250 for Friday evening, the whole of Saturday and the whole of Sunday, and it's with myself and George Lee, who is the expert trader, very successful trader, and worth paying attention to him. He consistently makes money in the market, and he likes to teach people how he does that. So sure to be a good weekend. So sign up on the website. You can either, for the same price, you can actually show up live in the classroom if you can make it out to Canada, or you can stay at home and do a live stream. We'll be streaming all of the classes. We'll also record everything, so you'll get all the recordings after. And it's all for the one low price of $250. So please go ahead and do that. And even though we have the workshop next week, I will still try and do this update at some point in the weekend too. So watch out for the next video in this series. Thanks a lot. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.